Alright, welcome back to another video. Today we got another dev diary over the new reserve, or new map coming to Fishing Planet. And I cannot wait for this map. We get to see all the fish that are going to be in this map, and there is going to be a lot, and there is going to be some very big fish. So I'm very excited for this. We do get some fish that are coming from the last one, Kaiji no Ri, that'll also be here. But apparently they're going to be bigger than what they were, so that's going to be cool. But we're also going to get some really big fish, so I'm very excited for this. So let's just go ahead and get on talking about this dev diary here and see all the fish that we're going to get. So starting out, says, welcome to the next stop in our journey, the Maldives, a true gem of the Indian Ocean and a paradise for sport fishing enthusiasts. We've already introduced this breathtaking location in our previous dev diary. Now it's time to dive deeper and explore the incredible fish species that call these waters home. It says the dry season has settled in, bringing perfect conditions for ocean fishing, a tropical paradise where yellowfin tuna, wahoo, mahi-mahi, sailfish, and marlin are entering their peak feeding frenzy. So some of those are new. I don't think we had wahoo in the last one, or the sailfish, but we did have marlin. So that shows some new fish, but we're going to get to see all the new fish. They got pictures of them and everything. So this location will feature 28 fish species, including 14 completely new additions. We will cover the new arrivals in this dev diary, but you'll also recognize some similar faces from other regions. Species like yellowfin tuna, big-eye tuna, albacore, skipjack tuna, and dogtooth tuna will feel right at home in these tropical waters. Other well-known species such as greater amberjack, giant trevally, narrow-barred mackerel, and striped marlin will even make an appearance here, taking the advantage of the deep reefs and fast-moving currents. Even reef dwellers like giant grouper, ruby snapper, mahi-mahi, striped bonita, and green jobfish will continue their usual routines. Now within the vibrant underwater landscape of Numakuta Athulu, possibly. All these species are already familiar to anglers from Kaiji no Ri, but here in the Indian Ocean, the warmer waters and open space allow some of them to grow even larger here, offering thrilling opportunity to encounter their powerful, unique forms. Oh my gosh, talking right now is not going good. But I'm hoping that means that we will get the giant grouper unique, because they are only a trophy right now. So that'd be cool to get them as unique. So they'd get really big. And also, is it Pacific bluefin tuna? I don't guess they're gonna be here, but I know there's one tuna over on Kaiji no Ri. I caught one in the last video. It was like 506 pounds and was just a trophy. And they don't have a unique either. But I don't know if they're gonna be here or not. But we don't have to worry about that, because these fish are gonna be way bigger than that anyways. This is gonna be crazy. And of course we can't leave out the fish monsters. You'll have to defeat two new fish monsters, the night wind raiser and the hordecuda. Hordecuda maybe? You might be able to guess the real life inspiration behind the first one, and maybe even take a shot at what the second one could be, but we're confident the hordecuda will surprise you. As a brave angler, you'll need to save the world first to uncover what these terrifying creatures truly look like, and we can't wait for you to discover it. So that seems very cool. Alright, so this is the one that I'm very excited for. The swordfish. The swordfish is a powerful pelagic predator that can reach up to 1,300 pounds. That is crazy. That is going to be a huge fish. If they can actually in the game reach over 1,000 pounds, that is going to be insane. Found in tropical and temperate waters worldwide, though it may also roam into colder regions, it rarely approaches the shore, preferring the open ocean where it moves between surface layers at night and depths of up to 1,800 feet deep during the day. A solitary hunter, the swordfish feeds on squid, fish like mackerel and herring, and sometimes even tuna or small sharks. While most active at night, it also feeds in daylight. So that is gonna, oh, and they will have unique, young, common, trophy, and unique. So I'm guessing these dudes are gonna get freaking huge. Also got a sailfish, which I think is gonna be really, really cool. The sailfish is known as the fastest fish in the ocean. It lives in warm waters around the world and usually hunts near the surface, though it can dive as deep as 1,968 feet. When needed, okay. While sailfish prefer the open sea, they often roam closer to shorelines, reefs, and islands, especially where the water stays deep and clear. Active both during the day and night, they usually hunt in groups, feeding on sardines, anchovies, mackerel, squid, and sometimes even crustaceans. Sailfish are also known to travel alongside tuna, which makes them a familiar catch in tuna fishing grounds. So this one is also going to come in common, trophy, and unique. So we got another unique here. And then we got the black marlin. And this is going to be a big fish. The black marlin is a massive pelagic predator found throughout the Indian and Pacific Oceans, weighing up to 1,653 pounds. It's one of the most sought-after catches in both commercial and sport fishing. These fish prefer surface waters near coast, islands, and coral reefs, while usually solitary. Black marlins may appear in numbers when the bait fish gather near the surface. Their diet includes small tuna, anchovies, mackerel, flying squid, and crustaceans like shrimp and crabs. So that is going to be just another ginormous fish that I cannot wait to try to catch. I can't wait for this map to come out. I don't think we have a release day yet, but man, I am freaking excited. Here it says, as you can see, some of the billfish you encounter are absolute giants, with the weights reaching up to 1,650 pounds. But don't worry, you'll have a chance to get fully equipped to take them on with powerful gear and plenty of storage space aboard the new Chameleon catamaran. And now we got the Great Barracuda, which is going to be pretty cool. Gets up to 110 pounds. I don't think, this one won't get as big as the other ones, but I think the Great Barracuda is pretty cool. I've never caught one before. I think my dad caught one time, or my brother or something. They went deep sea fishing one time and caught one. They're pretty cool fish. Just really long and just pretty cool looking fish, I guess. Same thing with the wahoo. They don't get too big, I think. Yeah, 176 pounds. Still pretty big fish, but not as big as the other ones. So we're just going to kind of go through these. I don't think they're as interesting as these guys right here and those other ones that get really, really big. Then the king mackerel. These are some pretty cool fish. I've caught mackerel before. I don't know what type. It might have been a narrow-barred mackerel. I have no idea. I really don't know. I just know it was a mackerel. I know I was in Alabama whenever I caught it, so I think they have Spanish mackerel there. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But yeah, we got mackerel here, or the Indo-Pacific king mackerel, and they come in unique too. The wahoo also being unique, and so will the Great Barracuda, so that's really nice. Then the two-spot red snapper goes up to 33 pounds and will also have a unique. The yellow stripe scad goes up to a trophy. Looks like just like a smaller fish, I'm guessing. Doesn't show the weight anywhere on there, but I'm assuming they're just a smaller fish. And then this thing is really cool looking. Gorgeous swallowtail going up to 4 pounds, and they will also have a unique. I mean, that's just a really cool looking fish. I've never seen something like that ever. I didn't even know something like that existed, if I'm being honest. This is also another really cool fish, the sleek unicorn fish. I don't know how big these get either. They look like, I don't know, maybe like 10, 15 pounds maybe. No idea. Maybe they get bigger. Maybe they get smaller. I don't know. But they will also have a unique. Then the giant sweet lips. Also don't know how big this thing gets. But I guess this is going to be like a deep sea fishing thing, because they got the deeper reef zones, or it says it retreats into deeper reef zones, emerging at night to feed, or maybe they just feed during the night. I don't know. But I feel like this would be one that you kind of deep sea fish, or fish in the depths for, I guess. Then we got the spot fin flying fish. I don't know why that thing's not showing up for me. It's kind of weird, but they get up to about 1 pound. But that's going to be cool. I wonder if we're going to actually be able to see them flying around, or like jumping out of the water and flying. Then the sickle pomfret, which I don't think I've ever heard of these. This medium-sized fish lives in deep waters, usually between 164 and 2,200 feet deep. Good Lord, that's a big difference. Often near underwater mountains or along continental shelf slopes, this fish is a group hunting omnivore feeding on small fish, squid, crustaceans, and tunicates, maybe? It's also a favorite meal for big-eye tuna, swordfish, and sharks since it lives in the dark, deep waters. Sickle pomfret is tied to specific feeding times and bites both day and night. Oh, isn't tied to specific feeding times and bites both during day and night. Then we have the black-tip reef shark. I wish we would have got a bigger shark. This thing only gets up to apparently 44 pounds. Still going to be fun to catch, I think, but man, it would have been nice to just have like a big hammerhead shark or something like that, but maybe in the next map, who knows. But the black-tip reef shark is a sleek coastal predator that The black-tip reef shark is a sleek coastal predator that prowls warm Indo-Pacific waters, weighing up to 44 pounds. It glides effortlessly across coral shallows and sandy flats. Adults stick to reef slopes and platforms while younger sharks prefer calmer lagoons. Often seen in small schools, they're quick, alert, and always on the hunt for reef fish, squid, crabs, and occasionally even small rays or sea snakes. That's cool. There's also I just saw this. This seems pretty interesting. There's also a special surprise waiting for those who take on the catamaran color customization missions. We won't spoil it for you, but let's just say if you're a big fan of really big sharks, you're going to love what we've prepared for you. So that seems pretty cool. We know many of our players are hungry for bigger sharks, and they're definitely on the horizon. This is just the beginning of an epic shark chapter in the game, so that means that we're probably going to get bigger sharks pretty soon. To top it off, we're also preparing another dev diary that will dive into the gears, lures, and baits specifically crafted for Noma Kuda Athulu. We'll also introduce a new retrieval technique and showcase the unique features of the chameleon catamaran. From new setups to tropical tactics, there's plenty more coming to get your hands on. So stay tuned. Your next fishing adventure is about to get even better. Until then, tight lines, and see you on the water. So that seems really cool. I can't wait for this map to come out. Hopefully in the next dev diary we will get a release date announcement, but we have so much stuff to look forward to. Giant fish, like just huge, like fish that are over 1,000 pounds. I mean, this is going to be just insane. So I hope y'all are excited. I'm excited. Hopefully we figure out when it's coming out soon, and I will see y'all on the next video, and thank you for watching.